And we're back. When you're still pointing. I
was trying to show him that no time has changed.
Alright, got time to lapse.
Yes. Even though I literally just put it down, spoke the sentence to you. You spoke the sentence back to me, and then I put it back up, I guess.
Well, while I'm Uncle Sam, tell us about the your analysis.
I did like this match a lot. It did start off at a slower pace for me. To where I think, yeah, you don't have to time out your own. I think it got to the same pace of where like the Shield and New Day were at, if not just almost there.
Okay.
However, my negative towards the match is that I felt it started off at a slower pace.
Okay.
Instead of it started at a slower pace than it should have, especially with these two teams, and that's really my only negative towards the match.
Okay. This probably should have been better than what was. But anyway, that said, it was still a strong match that played to the strengths and success involved. Given the dynamic of the teams involved and the crowd support Usos, it made sense that they played a role default baby faces. They thrived in the match method more than was if the roles were reversed. Another really good match and a string of them so far. But like everything else, at this point, it was a really good show, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, it was.
At this point, up to this point, it was kind of not up to par. At least I say her. But I went out of the Big Fours nowadays, I hate to say it. It's just an enjoyable show because Vince tends to overbook the Big Fours.
Yeah, it's true.
So, this was, I'll give you a hint of this is probably the pay-per-view of the year, no stuff like that.
Yeah.
For the main roster.
Yeah,
Best Big Four, definitely, the year, if nothing else.
Yeah.
And it was, like everything else, this was right under last night's show. Minus the show of New Day and a match later in the night.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, major process of both teams were playing off the finish of last year's elimination tag match. So, that was smart.
Yeah.
And we'll see what the finals do develop. This time the right team won over. At least at this point.
My grade for the match was A-.
I gave it a B. Yes, sir. It's apparently started out a little slower for me than you.
Yes.
Up next, Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss versus SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte. Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss stole her trying to win an intense and aggressive SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte, but she finally gained control of the match and then lured the Queen into a trap. She worked the Rebel to SmackDown started controlling the middle portion of the match. At one point, Charlotte tried to roll up on her Bliss to send her face first into the top turnbuckle. Stiff shot, too. The second generation started finally creating some separation, delivering a suplex that sent Bliss into the corner. Her advantage sliced the mirror moves as Bliss delivered a drop kick to the scissors Charlotte, who had become humbled in the ropes. Little Miss Bliss continuing her surprise dominance, delivering a code red for a near fall. Charlotte avoided Bliss's DDT and let her up with a Charlotte. Bliss again caught Charlotte, trapped her in guillotine. Charlotte pounded on her way out of the move and may have turned tide in favor. The SmackDown representative delivered natural celestial from out of nowhere, but nearly scored a victory. A resilient Bliss kicked out, playing positive Bliss played off on the Bliss in front of a hard right hand delivered DDT, and where Charlotte draped her fall over the bottom rope, leading to the temper change from a part of world champion. A spear from Charlotte earned her 2 count, but Bliss immediately recovered and focused her attack on the ropes. Bliss tried to twist the Bliss, but Charlotte got the knees on a big boot and a figure 8 ended Bliss's night on losing mode.
I actually really did like this match. It probably is Alexa's best match to date. Her best one-on-one match to date, at least.
Yeah.
It actually may be the best match she's ever been in.
Yes.
To be fair. I felt that she did a very good job at looking dominant, and it looked like she can actually almost beat Charlotte.
Yes.
But in the end, Charlotte actually is head and shoulders above the rest of the 4 horsewomen, like she should be. And it's also one of the reasons why I think she should be a contender against Asuka. But for this match, I thought it was very good. And Charlotte, I think, proves why she's
WWE's girl.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it was about those 2 top women.
Yes.
And they still showed they made Alexa tap Charlotte.
Charlotte versus Micro Charlotte.
Yes. I don't know what people give her any of.
You give her that name?
Alexa's one of the worst book champions in the world, I swear. At times. I love Alexa.
She distills my beating heart.
Yeah, well, yeah, I gave her the name, You people out there that give her that name and try. And I take the hit for you people. I say I come up with it. I take the hits for everybody. Because I'm that kind of guy. I don't place the blame on you and you and you.
Or he just takes credit for someone else's Jake.
No, that one I did do my first Charlotte. But she was overbooked at the time.
Yeah,
now she's underbooked already. Now there's barely no. That's a complaint from the Friday show on Monday. This was a much better match than it should look like wallpaper for me. The heel work by Bliss was superb as usual. And Charlotte did a phenomenal job of making her world champion look like a legitimate threat to beat her.
Yeah.
The work of Charlotte's Rose was effective and played to the skill set of Alexa, whose Twisted Bliss searchable over in victory has she been able to hit. The only gripe I have with the match is that Charlotte. Not Alexa. Yeah, I know.
Right.
My only gripe with the match is that Charlotte, after suffering a rib attack for out, was able to bridge as spectacularly as she did during the figure eight. It should have been difficult, not impossible, yet she showed no signs of the Federation by trademark submission. Both women came on the match looking like strong quality wrestlers. And that is the ideal outcome, regardless of who has their own reason in victory.
I give the match a B+.
I give it a B+. WWE Champion AJ Styles versus Universal Champion Brock Lesnar next. This I am going to call people out though. Oh wait. I wish everybody said it. This is going to be a glorified squash match.
Yeah, that actually didn't happen.
Yeah. I'll just call them out.
Go ahead.
I'm calling you out for the people who said that this was going to be a glorified squash match.
Very aggressive there, Joe.
Thank you. See? Art. Oops. Art? Art.
Alright, anyway, so Brock versus AJ.
16 minutes!
Yeah?
Can you look something up for me while I'm reading the recap?
Sure.
Look, not to fail forward. His match with Taker at Hell in a Cell, 2015.
Okay.
I think that was his latest match this week.
Alright.
Thank you. The champion AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar returned every Sunday. The Universal Champion for a showdown Sundown's WWE Champion AJ Styles. The match, the dream match, was the most anticipated on the low card. Probably should have been the main. Duel Chase sold the arena, creating an incredible atmosphere for a contest. Lesnar on the early Raymond Styles in the corner, Tulsa around the square circle. The Beast and corner obliterated the phenomenal one. Tulsa had a crossover and a suplex, a German early suplex followed as the process of Styles victory grew grimmer and grimmer. The destination of Styles continued as Lesnar suplex Styles. Then the jumping in corners of the arena grew silent. Styles tried to F5 attempt and delivered drop in the knee and planted his arch on the DT. The phenomenal worked on the knees. Thighs and calves, Lesnar negate his base. A boss tornado too slow while it was a spear comeback attempt by Styles, but the WWE Championship went up Haley to the back of the head.
Yeah, it was 18 minutes and 10 seconds.
2 minutes off of that. And I swear that was his last 10-minute plus match. Now count the field forward, so I'm just like, or just slept. Or Royal Rumble, which was only in for a third.
Yeah.
Haley kicked him back in. Styles attempted to down for him, but Lesnar caught him beautifully with another really short suplex. Actually, excuse me one minute, I'm just counting this. 1, 2, 3. Styles returned to deliver forearm to the floor. He sent Lesnar knee first, and the ring steps and delivered another phenomenal form. Moments later, springboard for these smashes narrowly pulled Lesnar away with the roll brace so he was escape. Lesnar got his Hazel Styles and tried at F5. The Styles rolled forward the K across the close of Lesnar screaming pain. The Beast grabbed Styles by the head and repeatedly slammed him in the mat. Moments later, in the best spear of the match, Styles delivered a phenomenal forearm for a dramatic count. No time at the finisher. Ended with him trapped in the grasp of Lesnar and finally delivered the F5 for the win.
Actually, you know what? I found the match that was 15 minutes for Lesnar.
What?
It was Roman versus Brock versus Dean.
Fastlane.
For the number one contender for
Okay, so that's probably the next one then. 1-on-1 is Taker.
Yes.
Yeah. Brock had time to sleep.
Yeah. Getting back to my grade, I I really did like this match. I love this match, actually. I like the beginning where Brock just looked dominant as hell. AJ looked like he could barely stand, which got you a little worried and excited about what.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was sitting like this.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed.
Because I was worried that they were going. I was worried they were ready for plate.
Yeah. And then out of nowhere, AJ Styles just goes on fire.
Yeah.
And it almost turns reverse where it doesn't look like Brock actually gets any offense in for a bit.
Yeah.
But I love that. Like, Brock just got caught unawares. And I think we should, and like this should start it, I think we should start seeing that Lesnar gets less and less offense. He looks less and less dominant until he gives up the Universal title.
Yes.
He's probably not going to resign. I'm going to take a wild stab and say he's probably not going to resign.
You think he's going to UFC?
I don't think he's going to get a
Retire?
UFC. He's probably going to retire.
I wonder if he's going to get like a big whole thing, a big moment where he cries and that's the thing.
Probably not.
He hasn't shown like he hasn't spinal off.
But I think you have to give the Brock Lesnar here. He put in his working boots. He made it even. He even sold the crap out of AJ Styles' offense. Like, he sold the crap out of the calf crusher.
Yes.
Which people are actually suspecting that he actually may have injured his knee.
Well, yeah, fans were sent out toward and reports came out right before we started filming this that Brock may have tore something in his knee, which isn't funny. It's not like at Brock, because Brock broke his ankle to it.
Yeah, he did.
I blame it on the fact that this dream that this might have built into at WrestleMania 34 may not be happening.
No, it may not be happening.
And they're saying it happened and not off the calf crusher.
No.
So Vince isn't going to put the blame table on AJ or whatever.
Yeah.
Still don't worry about that. It happened with Brock catching AJ. All for the phenomenal forearm right there in the match. He may have popped his knee. Well, hopefully he popped it for WWE's sake.
Yeah.
For Roll's booking.
He did have some trouble walking back.
Yeah, but what he did do, he did respect AJ in her match because he turned around like 2-3 times.
Yeah.
Well, you could totally respect AJ by the way he fought in the match, but
yeah.
I'll tell you one he did though.
Yeah, the reports were that. Sorry, I dropped my phone. The reports were that he was actually looking very forward to his match with AJ, and even joked about like being in the ring with AJ is like having time off.
Yeah, and a good one. Not,
yeah,
it's just like he doesn't do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
AJ doing the work.
Yeah, I thought this was match of the night by far. Just because we haven't seen Brock look this vulnerable.
Yeah.
In a while. In a very long time.
Yeah. Brock, based on the count here, did a total of 3 suplexes.
Actually, maybe since the last Survivor Series.
Yes, it's Goldberg. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Brock did 3 suplexes on his whole match. He did one belly belly and 2 one overhead belly belly and 2 Germans. That was it. That right there probably shows how much respect he has for AJ.
Yeah. That he just didn't. Like, the story of the match wasn't he's just going to pound him to the ground with. And
the rest of this match was the Brock that came back from UFC.
Yeah.
The one that fought John Cena in Sheer Rules 2012. The one that fought CM Punk at SummerSlam 2013. Which just was based off of, I think, a little bit without the street fight.
The one that was in the ring with Goldberg at WrestleMania.
Right. This Brock.
And he only wrestled 5 minutes, but it was like the most motivating 5 minutes I've seen from Brock in a long time.
Okay. So, but I will say this, I'll start with Brock. Brock does have a tendency to perform up to the level of his opponent when he wants to.
Yes. And
on Sunday night, he worked a strong wrestle match with AJ that not only saw Roll win the battle for Brace of Anniversary. This is what I'm talking about. The Brace of Punch don't matter in this match. They both cannot strong. And also reminds me that when Brock is motivated, though, he can put effort and work those extraordinary matches with the current roster's most talented stars. AJ bust, going back to AJ, though, AJ did bust his ace to make the match more than typical as it was. He took it on response, also utilized his incredible timing to work in a few spots that even the most skeptical, that probably even had the most skeptical face, I could guess, said, unless a victory.
There were probably 2 on this couch.
Yes. So. That's the sign of found the worker. Styles' ability to push aside pricks and notions and things guessing. Laura who play on has always been his strong suit of his. He put on full display here and a benefit of the overall presentation. The best match of the night for me by far.
Yes.
Right?
I didn't realize you were done.
Yeah.
My grade is an A+.
A+. And the main event, Team Raw vs. Team SmackDown men's match. Team Raw featured Triple H, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, Braun Strowman, and Joe Magic Kurt Angle. Team SmackDown conversely was captained by Captain Mission Shane McMahon and featured John Cena, Bobby Roode, Shinsuke Nakamura, otherwise known to Michael Cole as
Shin.
And Randy Orton.
I believe that's the nickname that's a nickname for him.
Well, Michael Cole, you don't know him like that. You don't get to call him Shin. We get to call him Shin.
No, we don't.
More than you do.
Just like we can't say Taker to Undertaker's face.
Yeah, we can.
We haven't earned that right.
Yeah, we have. With a scorecard not.
This is the chant, thank you, Taker.
With a scorecard 9 at 3. For those of you that were keeping score besides one goal. The winner of the battle for brand supremacy. That's what you get. I'm done.
Yes.
Will be determined by this. The Survivor's main. Earlier in actions about Bobby Roode, Triple H, and Balor and Shinsuke Nakamura, Randy Orton, Samoa Joe were fun and set the stage for an explosive main event. And all Team Raw, Nakamura was rolling. Then came Strowman, who called Mayor and delivered a massive power slam. Ended the ours this night and scored first elimination. He followed up with non-power slam, this one to Roode to eliminate his second consecutive match champion plus SmackDown series on the this range. Nakamura and Roode will get a measure of revenge as later joined Cena and Orton and suplex and Strowman for the announcing. The session to Joe and Balor led to an IQ adjustment for both men and elimination of Samoan submission machine. Angle delivered Angle slam to Cena, followed by a coup de grace from Balor, and second slam from the Royal Joe manager was scored with a shot for elimination in the match. And leads the Blue Branch, changed the victory to McMahon Orton. Balor was the next to go to receive an RKO. Out of reach, psychologist Tim Zayn came around nowhere, beat McMahon down, and told him now saber. McMahon fought back to use a chair to pummel Owens and Zayn. Strowman re-earned the match and obliterated Orton with a run power slam, leaving McMahon and Balor to Monster McMahon, Triple H, and Kurt Angle. Angle punished McMahon, trapped him in the ankle lock, decided to punch and try to fight for the agony, and nearly made the ropes. Suddenly, and inexplicably, Triple H entered the ring playing Joe Man's role of pedigree. McMahon eliminated Angle, leaving Triple H staring at Strowman, almost daring him to test him. They announced his question of motivations to cerebral assassins and still by side his brother-in-law. He realized he wanted to take on McMahon himself. Triple H delivered pedigree and scored a win. After the match, a dumbfounded Strowman looked at Randy vs. Triple H. When the game tended to see inside the monster man, the big man playing with 2 power slams and still tall to close the show.
I thought this match was trying to be a bit more epic than it actually was. In a way. I did like some of the things that did happen. I thought they were epic moments. Like the standoff between Triple H and Nakamura. There was a standoff between Triple H and Bobby Roode. That I thought were fantastic.
Finn and Nakamura.
Yeah.
Orton and Joe had a nice little series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe and Cena too also had a pretty decent series as well. But the end, it felt like it lacked something.
Yeah. I agree. I'll get to
maybe it was a little bit of drama that SmackDown ended up only having one person when Raw still had 3 people left.
Right. That's not my problem in terms of numbers of things.
I'm not sure
who it was.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I could probably put my finger on it, but I think it might be the fact that that it didn't feel like there wasn't a lot of drama at the end of the match.
No, I agree with that. I think more than that, for me anyway, I'll get more
until Triple H pedigreed Kurt Angle.
Yeah. For me, it has more to do with who was the final one for SmackDown.
Yeah.
Well, I'll get to that in a minute. Okay. And for me, this is actually my biggest disappointment tonight.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad match by any means, but for me, it was a disappointment.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say it's my worst rated match either.
No. A match brimming with talent that was hurt significantly by booking that left fans scratching their heads. I'll get these out of the way. First, Nakamura, Bobby, Finn, Joe, and Orton tonight. Orton and the NXT guys carried the match.
Yeah.
I will say that. Orton looked motivated when he was in the room with Joe and Finn. So, the NXT guys and Orton carried the match. Now what that means, Braun's NXT guy, and Braun, so, also NXT guy. Alright, Now that I broke those 5 down, Braun was Braun as usual. So Braun was good too. Now that I broke them down, I'm going to break this down person by person. Cena I thought was fine. I asked for Cena with some issues. I'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
Triple H was fine, but he didn't do much. Shane, and then Angle, for me, was kind of. I think Angle was injured.
I think he was. He did have his one of his thoughts.
And I thought his Germans looked fine and his Angle slam, but it didn't feel like Angle either.
Yeah, it felt like he was missing a step.
Yeah, something that he was from last month.
Yeah.
Part of me Nakamura looked good. Arguably Nakamura looked the best on Team SmackDown. He was the first person to eliminate. But like Nakamura, Bobby, Finn, and Joe were sacrificed. The first 4 eliminated.
Yeah.
To put over the likes of Triple H, Angle, Cena, and I put Orton here, but I'm not even going to put Orton here, and Shane. Because at least Orton did stuff in the match.
Yeah.
I think that you could have forgot that this was not in fact 2006. That I didn't have a problem with Cena's performance. My problem was why bring Cena back just to have his impact on the match be so minimal and largely unnecessary. Because I don't feel like Cena's back. I feel like they literally just brought him in for this match. I don't think he's going to be on Raw tomorrow night or SmackDown on Tuesday.
Yeah, I have that feeling too.
I really think Triple H may be.
It's kind of like we have Cena so we can actually get eyes on Survivor Series.
Yeah.
So we can get the subscriptions up.
And then even all that, he was eliminating like right in the middle of the match.
Yeah.
With his only elimination being Samoa Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Which I should actually been all the way around. So, whatever.
Yeah.
People want to see AJ versus Cena Clash of Champions on Iron Man match show. This is in Boston. So.
I'll be all for that.
By the way, real quick, I'd like to say the last time speaking of AJ, I thought I won, before the match, I thought I won Jinder to interfere to protect AJ. Jinder's interference on Ash probably put the grade down for me.
Yeah.
Because Brock did more than enough to protect AJ. What else happened? And then it was kind of like another pay-per-view in 2017. It has a descent to another chapter of the McMahon Mello family drama.
Yeah.
The thing they did do correctly, though, was the use of Braun. I will give them that. Braun was a beast who could only be tamed when the entire Team SmackDown band together pulling for the table. His Palisades Triple H in the match set out to be a foil for the authority. And that's the direction that they created wishes to take him. And not, it renders the entire the match even more useless.
Yeah.
And Braun's not a foil for the authority. Yeah.
For me, I gave the match a B-.
I gave it a C+.
My overall grade for the pay-per-view was an A-.
My overall grade is a B+. So
again, we're still not that far off.
No.
Our opinions of pay-per-views.
Yes. Another for the Survivor Series, 2017 review.
Yep.
Once again, just in the previous part 1 video. Follow us at the Pat Young 215 on Twitter, at the Joe
Venuto 215.
At RSIMB on Twitter, on Instagram at RSIMB, and our friends on IBL_photography.
Yes.
On Instagram. And then we'll see you this weekend as usual.
Yes.
Have a happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you Friday night, or Saturday morning for our usual podcast.
That you will.
See you then.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.